And
Having fun now, aren't we?
Katie, what did you ask me to do when I had that available?
Oh no! Once you hit record, we're good. We're rocking and rolling.
Okay.
And then we'll let anybody else in that may be waiting.
All right, we've got 1, 2 more. Oh my goodness. Okay, there.
Well, and for anyone listening to the recording, you're just simply missing all the fun of remote technology.
That's right.
We'll have an independent class about it one day.
Needed that before this whole thing started.
Right.
We are your maiden voyage.
That's okay. Before we all all this is over, we're all going to be tech geniuses. Right. Seriously. Right. We're going to be tech gurus.
Hey, Trevor.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Long time no see.
I know. How have you been?
Oh, busy. Busy.
Good.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Hey, Jody.
Hello.
Well, good morning, everybody. Can everybody hear me okay? I hope so. This is Sean. I'm the director of the Chamber, and welcome to our new, I've created a new name. This is our Zoominar series, and we're inviting guests from the community like Trevor and Jody this morning to share a little bit about what they're doing and all the things that they're working on and those sort of things. So we're really excited to have this. Last week we did 3 of these with our friends from the SBDC that were able to share a little bit about some of the financial opportunities that are available and how to navigate those. Those are available through our on video. They've been saved as a video on our in our system. And if you want to get to those, I think Katie, can you hear me? I think that you would be the best person to address how to reach those. But anyway, go ahead.
I was going to tell them if you would like to see any of the replays, they are under the resources link on our website, and you'll see everything that was for last week for the SBDC and everything that'll be happening this week. Will go on there as of next week.
Okay, wonderful. Well, with that, I think most people have been on a Zoom call by now, I would imagine, and I would like to be the guy that invented Zoom right now, but I'm not. I am just here with the Chamber and all our friends from our community. So with that, I want to introduce Jody and Trevor from the Grove City Brewery. I think a lot of you will know them and be excited to hear what they're saying and see their happy smiling faces this morning. They've got all kinds of new things in the pike and creative things that they want to talk about. And so with that, I'm going to mute everyone. And if you have a question, I'd appreciate it if you'd put it in the chat bot section down at the bottom in that column on the right, Zoom group chat. If you just put your question or comment in there, we'll address that. And so with that, welcome Jody and Trevor. Good morning.
So first and foremost, I know everybody's probably getting a little bit zoomed out with all these different webinars, but it's the best way to share information right now. And thank you, Sean, and everybody at the Chamber for allowing us to participate in this. Even though I said I'm zoomed out, I think this is pretty exciting to be able to share with our community. So I'm going to share a screen just so I'm going to make sure I can do that. There we go. Just some of the things that we're going to talk about today to kind of let you guys know where we are, where we're going, because there's a lot of changes going on. So again, thank you. So the first thing I want to just talk about real quick, and everybody was, of course, is glued to their TV at 2 o'clock with Wine with DeWine now, is personally and professionally here at Grove City Brewing Company and Plum Run Winery, we were a little disappointed yesterday with no insight on a timeline when, bars, restaurants, brew pubs, wineries, breweries can reopen. So we're still playing the waiting game. which we have been for 6 weeks now.
Right.
But it is what it is. I know it's all for safety, and we're still making the best of that. And that's kind of why we're doing this today, to share with you what we've been doing, why we've been quarantined here at the brewery and the winery. So, and I think the most important thing is here in our community, which is so amazing and so supportive, is that we've been continuing to reinvesting in our business here in the community. We are currently repainting the outside of the building in cooperation with the city of Grove City and getting the grants that are available to all the businesses here. So that's something we're working on right now as we speak. I think they showed up today to paint the outside of the building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if the rain holds off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the inside painted, the bars trimmed out, reconfiguring the tables, doing some cool stuff. So
Yeah. We're redoing our whole back patio. So we're putting another open garage door and putting shade sails out back and more loungy feel furniture back there to make it more inviting for people who want to come out, and maybe they've already had dinner and they want to have a nice cocktail or a glass of wine or a pint of beer.
yep.
So these are projects that we already had in the planning, but the silver lining that I try to find every day is this was the perfect time when we actually weren't able to be open to the public. So
Yep.
yeah, Trevor got some new equipment.
Yeah, we got a keg washer now, so I got some more time on my hands to make some beer. So there is a silver lining. We were open 7 days a week, so now that we have some downtime, we get some projects done that we've been wanting to do. So when everybody gets invited back in, the place will look great and refreshed, and hopefully everybody's excited to see us again.
Especially the patio. People are excited about the patio getting reopened
Yeah.
at sometime soon. So, so those are the kind of the reinvesting that we're doing in our business and in our community, which I think is pretty cool. Of course, when it comes to alcohol, the state of Ohio is pretty particular. I never thought I would see a day in Ohio where you could serve cocktails to go.
Yeah, right.
So people were all over that when that was announced a couple weeks ago. And I just want to share what we had to do and adapt real quick to make sure that we were able to comply with that rule and let people buy cocktails to go. And the first one is our wine slushies. These are like just so popular.
Yep.
And people were wondering when the wine slushies were going to come back. So now we have these food grade pouches that we can put our wine slushies in, our cocktails, ice, no ice, and label them, and you can actually take them to go. So it's pretty cool.
It's an adult juice bag.
Takes you back to Capri Sun.
And a little straw on it.
Right. And then we also have, if you want a nice glass jar, we can put cocktails without ice in these packaging. So anyways, I think that was really cool. People are really excited about that, and I wanted to share those with everybody. And you have some beer options.
Yeah, so I've started bottling some beer. I've been putting it off for a long time because people can just come in and grab a pint or growler to go. But I had some time on my hands, so we started bottling some beer. We got pint-sized bottles. Of course, we still have the crowlers, which we just got back thanks to our Ohio Craft Brewers Association helped us out getting those. And then, of course, the altogether 12-ounce stubby. I like the stubby bottles so that they kind of fit our motif, where we're the history of the building. You know, everybody knows the H and the logo is for Harley, which used to be the dealership here in the 1900s. So it just kind of helps, especially with the old label. We are looking at redoing some of our labels. So I'm going to do limited runs of bottles. Depends on what's most popular to go out the door in a bottle. And we also we've been releasing new beers the first of every month so far. So every first we'll announce it, usually a few days prior. But this May 1st, we have our Irish Reds coming back, and I did a collaboration brew with a brewery out of Dayton, Crooked Handle. We made a fruit and raspberry beer. So, and we called it carry out only. So that's going to be released May 1st. Also, I have fan favorites. The Columbus Street's getting brewed next couple of weeks. The Grove City Golden Alumni Lager is getting brewed this week. And another one, Pineapple Mango Blonde, or King Mango. That one's going to come back soon. So all good stuff, exciting. I'm excited about summer beer, some wheats, stuff like that.
So Trevor is basically saying he's been working hard to make sure we have lots of beer for when we can reopen.
I've probably been working harder now than I have before this.
And then
Trevor, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
What is it that triggers you to think of these things? You know, where do some of these amazing ideas come from?
Thank you for calling them amazing. I don't know. Some people have things scheduled out for the whole year. Like some brewers have their schedule done for the year, and they stick to that, and their tanks are full. I kind of watch what our customers want, you know, and as stuff sells and I see how quickly it's going, sometimes I watch the weather or other festivals coming up, and I'll bust something out that I know will go well with that festival in Grove City. So it's, you know, I kind of just judge it off that, which I know drives Jody crazy because she can't advertise properly and market it.
it's true.
Well, that's really cool, though. That's really neat. I think that's one of the things the community loves about just everything there, that whole little conglomerate. With you guys in it is that you are definitely connected with the community. We love that. Somebody asked, can we get the Irish Red in bottles?
Yeah, the Irish Red will be in bottles. Yes.
All righty.
Yep.
All right. I'll let you keep going there. I just wanted to make sure I get those questions out.
Yeah, thank you, Sean, for making sure we're catching those questions. So with the Irish Red, when do you think that'll be ready to release?
So the Irish Red's going to release on May 1st. I'll have to sit down and bottle some because so these labels are all handwritten and the bottles are all hand labeled and then hand filled. So it's a little time consuming. I would say probably second week of May, we'll have Irish Red bottles. Follow us on our Facebook page, and obviously we'll advertise it there to release it early.
So truly artfully crafted beer. Oh, yeah. Everything's hand done.
Handcrafted.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and we love the community. You know, we're a community-driven business, and we like to see our regulars coming, you know, our neighbors, our friends. We love working with the downtown folks and anybody in the Grove City area. You know, it's what it's all about. Yeah. You know.
Well, it shows, and I know that's why you guys have been so well loved, and you know, when we're allowed, so busy and well attended. I was going to ask you too, when the government allows us to congregate in a little bit more of a normal way, and you allow you to open your doors to people coming in to the patio or to the inside, do you know yet? Will you have to have tables spaced differently than you have done?
Well, that's what we're anticipating. Of course, things change all the time, and I mean, I think we have to reinvent ourselves every week right now with all the announcements, sometimes day by day. But I'm assuming it's probably going to be that 6 feet rule and 50% capacity based on fire code, and that'll be inside and probably for the patio as well. So, but we have the space and the capacity to do that.
Okay, terrific.
Yeah.
And there's probably some other, you know, different things that will happen, you know, limited staff, maybe appointment seating, some of them suggested. We haven't really sat down as a group yet to figure out how we're going to attack it until we get marching orders from the governor.
Gotcha.
There's no
Yeah.
sense in putting a plan together completely right now and then have to change it because of this rule or that rule was allowed. So we're going to roll the punches, do the best we can to get people in here to be able to sit and enjoy themselves. Hopefully people follow the rules and we don't have to, you know, ask them to leave or ask them to not to do it. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
hopefully, you know, it's aggravating as much to anybody as it is to us, but it's what we'll have to do, and we just got to learn that.
Right. I understand that the Ardora legislation is at least temporarily on hold. What are your thoughts? Not your thoughts, but what are you planning with that decision?
Yeah. Well, that's a big topic when you talk to regulars.
Yes, I'm sure.
I would hope that the city would bring Dora back once the stay-at-home order has been officially lifted. And you're allowed to have more than 10 people in a gathering. So those
Yeah.
are still in place right now.
See, I'm on the fence when I understand why it shouldn't happen, but people are outdoors riding. I'm here every day. I look out the windows. People are walking around. They're riding their bikes. Families are together. If somebody stopped in here and grabbed a beer to walk around, what's it hurting? Yeah, I know you get the gatherings like we had, and you know, it was monitored by the Grove City Police Department, and they didn't see anything wrong with it. But it's,
Yeah.
I understand, and we're not angry or hateful about it. It is what it is.
Great attitude. Yeah.
You know, oh, we want to see it back as soon as we can, because it was, what did you say, about 5-10% of our weekend sales?
Yeah,
You know,
people
and that's
really
huge
enjoyed
when-
it. Yeah.
When you're trying to pay employees and keep the lights on, it's
Yeah. Yeah, that's a perk for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Jody, I see on your agenda you mentioned the project together. Can you talk a little bit about that?
It was Trevor's brains. This was his idea, really, and he brought it to me, and I said, I think that'll work. I think that's a really good idea. So then he took it and ran with it, got the heart of the city. So I'll let him talk about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're excited about it. I was excited about it. I don't know how to put together that type of thing, so I reached out to Andy at the Heart of Grove City. He's done many of those. He has the resources, and he was excited about it, jumped on board. And what it was, you know, everybody knows we brewed that beer with all the local Grove City small businesses. They all came in, whether they had an ingredient to contribute or just some time shoveling grains and help do my job. You know, they were all here, and that spirit of the community. When I looked at it and I thought about it and I saw this stuff happening, I didn't want the small town businesses to fail and drop out. I come from a small town, and I know what the importance is of those businesses to the community. You know, when you see a small business that's been here a long time fail, it hurts people, you know, their spirit. So we want to preserve that. So with this beer, where the proceeds are going to this fund that we set up, we have a great committee involved with some local other Grove City businesses. Greg's on it, Katie Atry, Ed from Shepherd's Insurance, Steve from Jolly Pirate. You know, we got a great community. We have a good application process. We have a tax ID, so anybody who contributes to it, that money will go to towards tax deduction. So, and then people just started jumping on board. Other businesses wanted to contribute, which is, I'm just blown away by the support. It's amazing. And I hope it grows. And it's something that I want to see last for years. We're talking about maybe doing a festival around it, so that, like, if, for instance, Blue Willie's, you know, they had an incident happening where lightning struck their building and it caught on fire. You know, yeah, we're in a pandemic right now and we want to help people. But after this pandemic is over and those people have been helped, I want this to continue on, so that if the small business shop owner falls ill or gets struck by lightning and burns, or has some kind of hardship and they need help, I want them to have a source to go to, you know, and that's what the fund's going to be. They can come to us and apply, and it's free money, and it's all money.
Wow, that's exciting. That's awesome to have that long-term vision of support and help and camaraderie and partnership. I like that.
Yeah, and it's, I talked to Andy, you know, if the funds grow enough, we started with a hard to grow city because we didn't know what kind of money we're going to have. And it was better to give somebody a substantial amount of money to fix their problems rather than try to spread a little bit out over a large area. So we're slowly trying to expand our map. The funds are starting to come in, and I think within a couple weeks we're going to start going out. But also, you know, it may lay ground for a scholarship for people that want to start up a small business or an entrepreneur, or even be a little bit of money for somebody who does need some startup, has a great idea, wants to rent a spot downtown, but can't quite afford it. You know, we can help them out.
Love that. Talk about community minded. That's amazing. And I think people will be excited. I know that one of the things that the Chamber does is we put out a monthly magazine, a digital magazine, and I think that would make a wonderful story to share with the whole community to hear what's going on. Love to do that. So what else are you thinking about?
What else are we thinking about?
Oh, getting open.
Yeah.
I want to see those pretzels get delivered to tables again.
Yeah.
They make me hungry.
No, I mean, really, we're really just focusing on the silver lining every day to keep reinvesting and coming back out of this with a brighter smile on our face, you know, more options, more offerings, not only for our winery and brewery here, but also for the community with, you know, with some of these projects that are going on. And we're just going to keep reinvesting. You know, we're all local residents and, you know, that own this business. And so we're just going to continue to give back and grow. So
that's terrific. Tell me, maybe whet our appetite just a little bit. What's on the menu? Anything new coming on the food menu?
Yeah, there was a couple things. He's, you know, usually this is about the time our new spring menu comes out, but obviously with it's not being completely open, that's been delayed a little bit. But he's gonna switch up some of our flatbreads and salads. I hear that chicken salad might come back, which is a good thing. I love some chicken salad. So. And I know our spring cocktail menu, I know what I'm really excited about because I'm more of a cocktail girl. We're going to have a lot more like boozy cocktails, like milkshakes and boozy root beer floats and really kind of really cool things like that.
Well, that's exciting for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's what we kind of started talking about was the creativity that keeps you going. I think you guys have a wonderful attitude and we're going to make it through and be stronger on the other side attitude. Right. That paired with your both of your creative thinking, I think you guys are going to be just great. And I think you're such a great vision to the rest of the community.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you. We're proud to be a part of it.
Yeah. Anybody have any questions, by the way? Don't forget to put those in the chat box.
Yeah. I knew that we do have one thing on the wine side I failed to mention, and I'll get my hand slapped if I don't, is we do have our honey mead coming back out in about 2 to 3 weeks max. So people have been calling every day for that.
Oh, boy.
I did a hard seltzer, which is on the brewery side of things. My fellow brewers kind of frown upon it as a brewer, but I shamelessly made one and it turned out great, and so they could be jealous about it. But we'll have a couple different versions of hard seltzer coming out. We have a berry flavored one now. You heard it first here. I'm trying to do a birthday cake one.
Oh, love that.
I never heard that either. That was the first I heard that.
Yeah, birthday cake hard seltzer.
Well,
See,
am I
that's
correct? Have you partnered with some of the other, I think of like Jolly Pirate, right? Tell me a little bit about that partnership and that friendship.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I love those folks. So what I try to do is figure out what donut they're releasing or featuring. I take the donut and I put 6 dozen of them in a 100-gallon batch and let them I mash in, and then I rinse the sugars and stuff off them. It all comes out great. The flavor pulls through really well. When I first did that, I was extremely nervous. I thought that it was going to make a huge mess, plug my pumps up, everything else. But it actually went surprisingly well.
Yeah, rumor has it went very well.
Yeah, that beer's great. So as we release new ones, it's funny to see the people come in that are excited about that particular one. And then they're bummed out when it's gone, and you try to offer them the next one. They're like, no, I want that. I want the other one. It's like, well,
Gotta
wait for a year. It'll
Yeah.
be back.
Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
That's
got
right.
probably a stout coming out with a donut in it, or I want to do something with their strawberry donut and maybe do a strawberry cream ale. So I think that's good. People like the flavored stuff, and we try to mix it up with traditional beers, something your grandpa would drink, and then some crazy stuff too. You got to be a little bit of both.
Right.
A little crazy, a little normal.
That's so exciting. Does anybody else have any questions for either Jody or for Trevor? Jody, I know you've got a little bit of a, would you call it a side gig? What else you got your hands in?
The Canopy Tours.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Hockey Heroes Canopy Tour, Zip, Ohio. Yeah, we were, it's kind of sad right now. We were just getting ready to open our doors for the 2020 season, our 14th year in business. And we got deemed non-essential, which again, I completely understand. We're putting groups of people in through the treetops. So we unfortunately had to not open and lay off our staff. So we're just waiting for the governor to come back and let us know when, outdoor recreation and, entertainment type stuff can open back up so we can get out and scream a little.
Yeah. And I think people will be looking forward to that. I know
Yeah.
my family loves going down there and doing that. And so
You guys
I'm
still
sure
have,
looking forward to getting out.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that.
you guys still have merchandise, right?
Oh, we still have
T-shirts,
merchandise.
gift cards,
Yeah.
all kinds of cool
Yeah.
stuff.
So
Wonderful. Well, if nobody has any other questions, we're going to let Trevor and Jody get back to work. Do you guys have any other closing thoughts or comments?
I just can't wait to see everybody back
Yeah.
in here, sitting at the tables, and I can come out and pester you.
yeah.
I appreciate everybody checking in and listening to us talk.
Yeah. Don't forget we're open every day but Monday.
Yeah.
So beer, wine, food,
Absolutely. That's a good thing.
I appreciate
Well,
it.
before
David.
we close, I want to mention too that the Grove City Chamber, we are the ones, of course, that bring you the farmers market for 17 weeks. And don't worry, it is still coming. We're doing a virtual market where you can order through our website from all of our vendors, and you'll be able to pay directly to them. They will bring the products to us, and we will deliver them to your car. So keep your eyes open for that. We're excited about that. So thank you all for being part of the Zoominar this morning. Hope you learned a little bit more about some of our neighbors and friends. Jody and Trevor, thank you so much. And everybody have a wonderful day.
You
Thank
too.
you. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye all.